Hey, what is going on, everybody? I have a special video today. I went out and did some yard sales shopping and garage sales, and I spent about 2 hours out there. And I wanted to show you guys something that I spent $10 on that I'm pretty excited about. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. All right, so what we have here is a GameCube. Now check this out. I go into this garage and I see this GameCube here, I see a Wii, and I see stacks of games, which I also have a stack of games here, which I'll show you shortly. And first thing I thought to myself is, they have a GameCube. How much is it? Because my GameCube actually is broken, and I've been needing to fix it or replace it or whatever. And when I saw the sign said $10, I said, sold. And the funny thing is, I only had $13 cash on me, and I had already picked up a $3 chessboard for my son. So I go to this thing. I'm like, well, that probably works. And next to it is a sign that says games are $1 each. Now there's nothing too crazy here. A Dance Dance Revolution. I'll show you the list of these games in a minute. But I didn't even want the games. I just wanted this. And the lady comes over to me and she says, because I picked this up, I'm like, I'll take this. She says, oh, it comes with the games too. And I said, really? As I look over, she comes with me. And she's reading the sign, and the sign says, system $10, games $1 each, or $2 each. And she said, oh, let me see what the sign says. And the son came over, who's probably like 18 years old, and he said, no, that stuff's supposed to be together. So she's like, oh, okay, we'll take the games with you too. So I was like, okay. So I snatched the games, still all for 10 bucks. And I was pretty excited. Now, granted, let me take a look at what we got. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I didn't even want the games, but they were free, so I'm going to take them. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, which I actually already have, but this is the case. This is only one of 2 games that's not complete with manual, but that's okay. Lego Star Wars, the video game, which I also own on like Xbox and everything else. Doesn't have the manual, but also okay. And then Backyard Football, which I've played Backyard Baseball before on the Wii, I think. So I got a complete edition of that. Ratatouille, complete. Not a game I would ever play. My kids would probably play it though. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2, complete. I played this on a PlayStation 2 back in the day. Not a big fan of the bike games that were kind of wonky. I was more into the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And then WrestleMania, I guess that's 19. Never really big into WrestleMania games or wrestling games in general, but here's the one for GameCube. But like I said, for free, I'll take whatever. Then there's this game I never heard of. The case is a little beat up. This is actually worth just as much as the Dance Dance Revolution game, but Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. Complete. I don't know anything about this game. Just looks like it has all the Disney Pixar characters in it, and it is what it is, I guess. And finally, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, which I've never even heard of this or seen this, but this game complete is worth about 20 bucks. I was like, okay, cool. But the reason I didn't really want the GameCube specifically just to replace my GameCube, but here's my old one. The disc reader doesn't spin, but I have a Game Boy player. And my disc for the Game Boy player is really scratched up. I don't even know if it works. But what I'm going to do is, of course, test out this GameCube. Hopefully it works. And then I'm going to put the player on it and see if the disc will actually work. And I do have Game Boy Advance games. I believe that's what fits in here. Or not that one. I believe that's what fits in here. Game Boy Advance games. So let me get my stuff together and let's do some testing. Now I also wanted to add that this only had the power cord. They didn't have any controllers or the AV hookup. Clearly I already have the hookup, so I didn't even care about that. But I think they had lost the controllers, and since I was taking the GameCube and not the games, I think they're probably like, well, we can't do anything with the games because we don't have controllers, so we might as well just have the games. That was kind of the gist I was getting. But either way, let me get this thing set up. Almost there, and hopefully everything works. Alright, we're getting ready to turn this thing on. I plugged in, I do have the Game Boy player in, but first I want to make sure it actually works. I'm going to pop in a regular game. I'm gonna do the Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix, whatever that is. All right. Hear this spinning, that's always a good sign. Jeez, I haven't seen this in so long. No disc. No disc. Interesting. So does this one not read this too? It's spinning. This looked pretty clean, but I didn't actually look at the disc. Let's try a different disc. There was a smudge on the outside of it. This one's like scratched up to all hell, so let's try that one anyway. An error has occurred. Turn the power off. Check the Nintendo GameCube instruction. I'll just restart it. Oh no. Maybe the disc player needs to be cleaned. No disc. Alright, let me take a look at a few things and I'll be right back. Alright, so I messed around with it as much as I could. This disc is spinning. I've tried a bunch of different discs. I even cleaned the lens a little bit and it appears to not be reading any kind of disc. So it works more than my original GameCube, which won't even start up, just has a light, but it does not read this. So I'm sort of kind of where I was before, but I only spent $10 on it, and I'm probably going to sell all the GameCube games that I got, so I'm going to get my money back and some by a lot. But it's unfortunate. I don't know what else to do or try. I did notice that this model is a little bit different than mine. So it just has the AV out, where mine has the other digital AV out instead of the analog. So that's interesting. But doesn't appear that this thing works very good. I'll probably look into it, see if I can get it working or not. I'm not sure if I can Frankenstein anything together, because I don't think the disc reader works in that either. But either way, that's a bummer, but still pretty good because I did make out in the end, and it was only $10. So, all right, we have some success. I had to do some adjustments. There's a potentiometer or some sort thingy that I had to do some twist action. I got this thing apart. I got a thumb on it. It's spinning. It's doing its thing. I don't know what that means, how much longer this laser is going to last, but it appears to be okay. The reading on the potentiometer was 0, and then I made a small adjustment that it was 175, which I believe is okay. So I'm no technician, but I mean, if the game works, the game works, right? Now I just need to see if the other thing, my Game Boy player, works, and that would be awesome. Alright, Game Boy player disc. The disc is jacked, but it appears to be working. Let me hit A button. Alright, I just hit the start button. Looks like it loaded up, and I guess the disc doesn't need to spin anymore. Oh, glorious. It's fantastic. Appears to be working. Wow. Still holding this thing down on my thumb, but man, it's awesome. $10. I just got to put this bad mamma jamma back together. There's my other one. I just popped that open just to see what was going on it, and not really sure. Maybe I could just replace some things in there. I have to troubleshoot that one. That's my original one, but my $10 special is working. I got the Game Boy player underneath. Disc in, which I thought was really scratched up. You can see it's in rough shape. The scratches down there, really dirty. I could probably get the surface somewhere, but man, if it works, right? Cool. So I have a successful purchase, and now I don't have to combine that with the piles and piles of other retro nonsense I got going on. Alright, now that this thing is working, I can put it back together, and who knows what the future may hold. There's all all my other stuff. Just gonna do quick. Yeah, I've got some cleaning to do. Retro stuff everywhere. You can't even see what's going on, but there's stuff going on. But anyway, GameCube working. Game Boy Player working. So that's what I want to accomplish, and I managed to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Retro Game Haul live streams that I often live stream almost every day. So hope to see you guys there soon. Take care. Alright, just as I sorted out my GameCube situation, I saw on the Facebook Marketplace that there was a free TV. I don't know if it works or not. It's supposed to. Looks like it's about 27 inches, 32 inches or something like that. And the one I have right now, the RGB or the component cables on it, the red I think is messed up. But we got those hooked up on the back. Looks like S-video. We got some components, which is good for like the Wii. And the power cord is up. There's no remote, but I mean, whoever has a remote anymore. I do got a couple universals, and I just thought I'd show this off. Let me just turn this thing around. What is it? It's a Sharp. Yeah. It's a Sharp. It's pretty big, and it looks like it's sort of a flat, 4:3 ratio, old school style. But I did pretty good today. Between $10 for a GameCube, got it working, and now I got a big old TV to replace the one I have now that's on the fritz. Pretty sweet. I figured I'd share this with you guys. I know you appreciate this kind of stuff. Alright, as you can see here, the TV is up and running. Looks fantastic. I got the GameCube set up and everything is working great. Not bad for sitting on the side of the road.